Hey Tara, so you asked for a video on double crochet hat that you're working on, which is awesome because I'm working on a baby hat that uses double crochet as well, so it'll be perfect for me to do a quick example. So you can see here that this is the seam of my hat, and unfortunately there's pretty much always going to be a seam of some kind, and it always bothers the crocheter more than people that don't crochet. I've talked to other people and they almost can't even see it. To me it stands out really obviously. So just be aware of that. It's kind of a natural self-consciousness that you'll feel, but it's not necessary. And there's several different methods that I've seen focused on this seam area, but what I found to work best is, so this is my chain 3, you can see. I'm going to actually back up a little, pull out the chains 2, 3. Okay, so what's poking up here now is that's for my slip stitch. So I'm going to even pull that out. Okay, so now this is the last double crochet in my last row. And I mentioned that it might look like you're kind of skipping something. Yeah, not really. But there is, I mean, it kind of looks like there's a space there, but you know, just count your stitches and make sure you have the right amount. Okay, so then here's my chain 3 from the previous round. Let me pull out of here. That's 1 chain, 2 chains, and 3 chains. Now, most of the time patterns say to slip stitch in the top of your chain 3. It's actually what I found to work best if you put it right in the top of the first double crochet. So in crochet you'll have the post of a stitch, and then just to the right of it, that's the top of the stitch that belongs to that particular stitch. If that makes sense. Okay, so I am going to skip the 1, 2, 3, go right into the top of that double crochet and then slip stitch, which I'm assuming you've learned. Yarn over and just pull through the loop that's on your hook. Okay, so now we've finished off that row, and now we can chain up for our next 1, 2, 3. Okay, so as far as placement, and keep in mind that with different patterns you kind of have to play with this. Sometimes, you know, like I'll do a round and then find out that, okay, this isn't going to work for this particular pattern, or I kind of have to change the numbering on the pattern. So that's always kind of a constant battle, but again, what I found to be best, so remember we slip stitched into the top of the first double crochet. I'm going to actually put my first double crochet right in that same stitch. So yarn over, go into that same one and do your double crochet, and then continue on. So 2. Sorry, this is a weird camera angle. I kind of rigged something up really quick. So I'm just gonna hurry and crochet around to the end, and then I'll talk you through the ending again. Actually, might just go off camera because it's a little quicker. I'm also always counting my stitches in crochet. That's not kind of one of those things that you do as a beginner and then you get over and you stop counting. You're actually, the more consistent you are with counting, the better your works are going to turn out, and it'll actually help you catch a lot of mistakes that you might make. Still to this day, I'll get to the end of a round and realize that I'm short a number, and I'll go back and indeed I skipped a stitch randomly. So about halfway around, I'm making a BB-8 hat for a friend of mine. She has 3 little girls, and for Halloween the oldest is going to be C3PO, the middle is going to be R2D2, and her baby that's going to be born in about a week will be BB-8. So this is BB-8's hat that I'm making. hoping that white is a contrasted color enough that you can see the stitches, but I'm hoping this video isn't too long that I'm going to have a problem sending it. We'll see. Alright, so I am down to my last 3 stitches, and you can tell that, you know, first of all because you're counting, but second of all, if you just look here, there is 1, 2, 3, and then right next to it is, that's the slip stitch you made in your chain 3, so you're not going to go in that because you've already done that. So 1, 2, and 3, and you can see that we're right next to our chain 3, so again you're gonna skip over the chain 1, chain 2, chain 3, and you're gonna go into the top of the actual first double crochet for a slip stitch.